I want to talk about something that I think is probably the most important thing a mixer can have, and it is a meter, a good VU meter, not a peak meter or a loudness meter, even though I do use those from time to time. The VU meter is something that I rely upon the most. The reason for that is because a VU meter is designed to react the way human beings listen. What that means is it is sensitive to the frequencies that the human ear is sensitive to, and it is not sensitive to the frequencies that the human ear is not sensitive to. So, for example, low end. Low end is typically seen as the anchor because it's usually the loudest thing in your mix. So in order for that meter to show you that there's enough, you have to run a lot of signal into the meter, and then it will start to move. Now, top end, which we are very sensitive to, the meter is also sensitive to. So it doesn't take a lot of signal for that needle to move. In fact, when the needle is moving a lot, when you're adding something that's top end heavy, you know that that is too much. So for example, if I'm leveling out a vocal and my VU meter is peaking at 0 when the vocal is soloed, I know that vocal is probably going to be too loud, even if my monitors are turned off. So that's the reason why that visual aid that the VU meter provides me actually saves me time because I'm not second guessing. And when you're mixing, as soon as you start second guessing something, especially something as important as balance, you start losing focus of the creative stuff that you can be adding to the mix, right? And that's the thing that's going to make your sound. So remember, a good VU meter is going to be your best friend when you're mixing. Now, if you don't have an analog one like the one I have, there are great plugins. The one I use in the box is one from Klanghelm. It's incredibly low priced. It's super useful. When you're using a VU meter in the box, make sure you instantiate it at the end of your mix bus chain, not before any EQ or compression, because the volume will change after you EQ something or you compress something. So you want the VU meter to reflect every type of volume variance that happens before it. So it's the end of your chain. And you could print a mix with the VU meter on, but if you're nervous, you could bypass it while you're printing your mix. So remember, good metering is going to be your best friend when you're mixing.